Hello, everyone. This is a Zoom meeting. We were going to go live, but the technology wasn't working for us today, so we decided to meet on Zoom and then share it later. I am here with Jessica, who had a question about manifestation, and all my spirit guides said, tell her that we will talk to her. So that's what we're doing. Hi, Jessica. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, awesome. First, I want to get your permission for us to share this video out to the public to use on Facebook or YouTube or other places so that other people can learn from this information too. Do we have your permission?
Yes, the more who that can learn, the more the merrier.
Awesome, that's wonderful. Okay, do you have any thoughts or anything that you want to share before you read your question?
Is all your people blue? Like
no.
your guides and stuff?
No,
navy blue, because like about 30 minutes ago I had like a whole group of like dark blue people come through, and I'm like, all right, that must be her people, because they've never shown up for me before.
Yeah,
like a whole room full.
Yep, I do have a group of them. I call them my Archangel Michael tribe.
Okay, then that's what it is, because I'm like, okay, these look like aliens, but I don't know.
Yep, they're all good. I only work with beings of light, so they are all good.
Oh yeah, no. I don't fear anything I see. It's always all good. But that's the reason I was like, okay, well, let me just make sure these are her people, or maybe not, something new for me.
Right. Well, and they may hang around too with you after we're done. Because they're going to be giving you information and advice, so they will be able to help you implement it too.
Cool.
All right, so tell us what your question was.
Okay, so my thing is that it was a day when I was feeling really irritated because for the past 12 years I work with a major retailer, and I've been trying to move up in positions to get just get a better job position in a title, because I've been there 12 years, and it seems I've tried everything. Like people told I just start learning about how to manifest things just a couple of years ago, and they're like, all right, be the department manager, make you your energy like you are, don't say you want. I've tried all those techniques, and then I try it, and then I apply and don't get it, and apply, don't get it, apply, don't get it. So I was like, all right, well, then I'm going to try another job adventure, and I'm trying something off on the side to see if this will work out for me. And so I tell my manager that, hey, I want to move overnights, which if you move overnights, it's guaranteed you're not going anywhere. So I'm like, well, great, this will work out for me. And they're like, yeah, we'll move you. And then all of a sudden they said they can't move me, but instead they're going to move me into it's same position that I am now, but it's right underneath the department manager. So it's like it leaves me the opportunity to move up. And I'm like, I can't figure out what is up and what is down with this whole manifesting thing. So I give up, and then all of a sudden I'm going up, and then I try, and I just go down.
Mm-hmm. And that happens for a lot of us. And what is being brought in right now? I mean, you've studied the law of attraction, right?
Yes.
And
well, I mean, a little bit. I mean, like, I know that, like, you don't say words like I want, you say that I have now. And I can understand, like, I've seen how it can work really fast. Like, one time I was in a really bad I was in a really bad mindset. And the next day I hit my head on the pole. I nearly knocked myself out. So I got a little bit of understanding, but maybe not full extensive knowledge of how it works.
Right. So basically, kind of the generality for the law of attraction is that you attract whatever it is that you're resonating with. So everything in your experience right now, everything in my experience right now is all exactly resonant for who I am or who you are right now. So when you are setting an intention or making a request of the universe that you want to make a change, that is where you're shifting from where you are to where you want to be, right?
Yes.
And once we start thinking thoughts or having emotions or speaking words or taking actions that are different from how we're currently vibrating, how we're normally, right, aligned, it's going to feel really uncomfortable. And that's when our saboteur will jump in and start really kind of causing havoc. It can show up for all of us in different ways. For me, it used to show up with me getting sick. And what would happen is I would get sick, then I would go to bed and I would stop my forward movement, right? I would stop this new thing that I was doing.
Yeah.
And our ego is all about keeping us safe. It doesn't care whether we progress. It doesn't care if we're thriving. It doesn't care if we're happy. It's all about keeping us safe. And so when we're taking those steps to do new things, when we're saying our new affirmations, when we're saying those things like, I have this new position, right? What we're doing when we're saying those things, and if we say them out loud, it's good for us to do that because we say about, or what's the phrase? We say what we think, but we believe what we hear. And so it's really super important for us to speak our affirmations out loud because it's not only us speaking it into our environment, but we get to hear it. And we believe everything that we hear ourselves say. And if we're not conscious, we believe what everybody else says too, right? That's all that
right.
junk that we get. And so what happens is we end up with false self-perceptions and false understandings. But when you're setting your affirmations and you're speaking them and you're hearing them, all of that is wonderful. What you want to do in that moment is stop and say, okay, how does this make me feel? Because you're going to attract based on what you're saying, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what you're taking action on. So it's really important after you speak it to check in and say, how does this make me feel? Because the feeling is what fuels that law of attraction, right? When you speak it, you put the request out into the universe, but your feeling is what's going to juice the attraction.
So what I'm hearing you saying is that even if I say like I like say if I want to be a assistant manager, I am an assistant manager, but if I'm saying this with grief or anger, even if I'm upset at the end of the day, then it's gonna attract a negative form of it. Whereas if I say it like if I put on some good music, like positive music, and I'm like, oh, this is good, like this makes me feel good, this makes me feel all right. I mean, then it would attract it in a positive way.
It can, yes, but let's get a little bit more detailed in that, okay?
Okay.
So let's just take just a minute and for you to stop and just go into your heart and say, I want to be an assistant manager. And then tell me the feelings that come up for you, all of them.
Okay, well then that's well sorry, I have voices in my head. That's it's power. I mean, like it's self-power because I've worked to get there, so it's self-power. It's like it feels like it's what's that word? I can only think of the word self-power. Like, so it's like it feels like solar plex power to me. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So it makes me feel like, all right, like I've earned this, I got this, now I am boss lady. Like that's what that makes me feel like. Like I'm boss lady, like there's nothing, I mean there's still people over me, but this is my achievement.
Okay. So does it feel like entitlement or does it feel like thriving?
That's what they said. They help me out sometimes. It doesn't feel like thriving. It feels like entitlement.
Yeah.
So,
and so that's the hang up for you right now is
okay.
That entitlement, because that entitlement energy means an unequal exchange vibrationally. Entitlement means I get something more than what I give. right? And the vibration of entitlement means actually the opposite of what you're thinking, right? You're thinking you earned this, right?
Yeah, like I've been 12 years, I've earned this, so I'm entitled to this. But
Right. But the entitlement energy is not the consequence of my positive, wonderful work for all of these years is that I get this position. That's a total different energy than I've worked all this time. I've put in all this hard work. I've worked my ass off. I've done what they told me to do, and damn it, I deserve this. Right? Two total different energies. The second one is only going to keep bringing you opportunities where you have to keep working hard and keep demonstrating that you're going to do all of this hard work for 12 years before you get a promotion, right?
Yeah.
But the first one, if you can say, oh, and find that space, because remember, you have to feel it. And it's finding that space of not entitlement, but the logical consequence, the understanding, the logical consequence of me having to done this wonderful work that I've done for all of this time is I get to be an assistant manager.
That makes sense.
Do you feel the difference?
Yeah, no. I mean, like it's all clicking. I'm like, oh my God, that 5 minutes with you and it's a whole new world.
Exactly. And it's huge. So what I want you to do right now while we're together is I want you to go back into your heart space.
Okay.
Say, I am an assistant manager, but do it with that shifted energy. Okay.
So
and we may have to do it a couple of times to get the feel of it.
So it's that shifted energy that it's not that I have to keep proving. It's that I've already done. No, so reset it again. I'm sorry, I was listening, but
yeah, that's okay. It's that I'm proud of all the work that I've already done. That the consequence of that, the result of that, the karma of that is that I get to be an assistant manager.
Okay. See, that feels nice already.
Yeah. Find your joy, find your gratitude, find your pride for yourself that you've done this. And that means that you're going to get this other thing that you want.
I've already done the work, so
yeah.
I don't need to keep proving. So I need to go with the mindset that I don't need to keep proving I need this, because we're always switching managers. So I'm always thinking I need to prove, but I don't need to prove because I've already done the work. The work is already there. It's already been shown. So I just need to know, okay, I just need to know that I've already done the work and the position is there for me.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I mean, like, not what you were saying. The work is already done. I just...
through it, right?
Right. That makes it like that even feels better. Like it doesn't feel as heavy, whereas entitlement feels a little bit like struggle. You know, huh?
Like struggle.
Yeah, it does. It feels like struggle. It does. It feels like, or maybe like I didn't earn it, or because the way we perceive the word entitlement is that you didn't earn it, you just got it.
Right.
So, yeah. It's like I've already earned it. I've already gotten. So it even feels like even my soldiers feel like they just want to go back a little bit more now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So just go into your heart and sit with that joy, sit with that good work that you've already done. And when it feels like you're full of that gratitude and that pride in yourself that you've already done this, then say, I am an assistant manager.
Okay, hold on. Okay, sorry. Let me say it out loud. I was saying it in my head. My bad. I am an assistant manager. I am assistant manager. I mean, like it does. It feels joyful. It feels lighter. I don't know how. Like it doesn't feel like I'm going in there with like this aggression, this boss lady type attitude, saying that I am an assistant manager and this is me and I've earned this. It feels lighter. It feels almost like I'm floating on a cloud.
What you're doing is you're welcoming that.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. You're not fighting for it anymore. You're welcoming it because you've already done it.
So I'm breaking out of survival mode and I'm going into, what is that?
Reception.
Reception. I was thinking, but they were saying solar plexus, sacral. So I relate to the chakras. So
second chakra.
Yeah, it's the orange one. It's the orange one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't say it.
Orange one's all about sex, money, creation, manifestation, and children. So, and really what this is you releasing the need to struggle. It's not a power struggle. Abundance is never a power struggle. And that's where we get confused, because we do think we have to fight for everything that we get. And that's not true. That's not abundance. That is taking from one, right? And that's where our idea of lack comes from, is because we think we have to take from someone else in order to have. And that's not abundance. Abundance is understanding that everybody can have what they want, and there's enough, more than enough, for everybody to be blessed. And it's that same energy when you're talking about being, I am an assistant manager, right? It's like, I just am, right? No, there's no discussion, there's no negotiation, there's no worry, there's no fight, there's no fussing. I just am. And then basking in the glow of, I just am. And if you can embody that vibration, that joy, that gratitude, that welcoming, then the universe can click it into you, because you are vibrating with being an assistant manager.
And you see, I think that's something that I have to work in, no, in fact, I know it's clicking now that that's something I need to work into my belief system, because my life experience has showed me it's anything but that. And if you do take something, you're taking from something. But if I change my belief system to know what you're saying, then that I can see how that could help.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense, because I mean a lot of even the people watching this video can understand that maybe they grew up poor, maybe they grew up, if I take this water bottle that I'm taking from brother, and that's the life, that's what life has taught us. But if we start thinking differently, then I know what I'm saying. Then if I start thinking differently, then I have water and he has water. We both have water. Exactly.
And nobody is lacking. And there is no, when you're talking about manifesting, which is what the word that you used, and I'm doing a 6-month manifesting training right now. That I'm opening up again in July. And what you find is when you're manifesting, you manifest by changing your vibration to align with the thing that you want. And that's 100% about what it is. And so in order to do that, you have to be very aware of your mental and emotional discipline. And you've got to be really, really clear on what it is that you want. And when I say clear, it means I want to be assistant manager, right? I am an assistant manager. You're not saying I'm an assistant manager at Walmart that makes $47,000 a year and I work Monday through Friday 8 to 5, right? You're not doing that. You're owning I am an assistant manager. And that what that does is it gives the universe the opportunity to give you the assistant manager position that's going to be most supportive for you. Maybe it's at Walmart, maybe it's at Target, maybe it's at Amazon, right?
Yeah, no, that makes sense, because I've even tried applying at other places and never got it. And I was just like, what?
Yeah, but you couldn't, because remember, you're having to fight for it.
Yeah, I go through an interview, the interview goes great. They're like, you're going to make less money. I'm like, well, that's fine, that's great. I'll do whatever it takes. I got this, I have the experience, and the interview goes great. And then a week later, they're like, oh, sorry, we changed our mind. I'm like, I felt the shift. Why did it shift? I don't understand this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Always go back to your mental and emotional discipline. And Zed is going to be doing a channeling at the Wholeness Living Online Expo, Jamie's expo that she's doing. I'm going to be channeling Zed. And they're going to be talking about the secret to having the relationship, the life, the career that you really want to have. And so they're going to be talking about this in more detail. So I hope you'll be there, and I hope everyone will be there. If you don't have a ticket, I do have discount tickets. So when you register, you can, I have 20 of these, and you can put in the code ZE-ED, ZE-ED 2018. And if there's any left, you can get the discount ticket. It's $25 off, so all 3 days are $75 instead of $100. So yeah, they're telling me now we're gonna talk all about this in much more depth and much more clarity at the expo. So cool. You'll get more information. But was what we talked about today, is that helpful for you?
Yes, no, that is mind blowing, mind changing. Like, I've never had anyone come and explain it to me like this. Because, like I said, people have telling me all kinds of other tips, and I follow all of them. And I mean, not to say that yours is like the best, but I mean, it right now it aligns with me the best. Like it makes the most sense. It clicks something open. It doesn't feel like I'm trying something new. It feels like something that's actually going to work. So
remember.
Yes. Yeah. It aligns really great at this moment, in this time and space.
Exactly. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to make some Post-it notes and put them around different places where you can see them. Set an alarm on your phone. Do whatever it is that you need to do to trigger a reminder for you to check in with your thoughts and your emotions. And what you'll find is the closer you get to shifting your vibration, remember you're here.
Yeah.
And then you want to go here to being an assistant manager, right? And once you start working, you're going to be in that middle space, which is going to be a lot of dissonance. And it's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to have to start taking new action. You're going to be speaking new words, right? You're going to be feeling new feelings. You're going to be having new thoughts. And around, I'm an assistant manager. And as you're doing that, things in your experience are going to feel kind of uncomfortable because you're doing new things. You're thinking now like an assistant manager, right? And so the things that no longer serve you are going to start to fall away. And what you need to be aware of is the closer you get to this new vibration, the more uncomfortable you're going to feel. And so you've heard about the idea that it's darkest before the dawn, right? Don't give up, because your breakthrough comes right after your breakdown, right?
Yeah.
So hard, it gets so hard, and you're like, oh God, why does that have to be so hard? And then boom, it's the breakthrough. It's because that's how it works. You're frictioning out of one state into another. Literally, that's what's happening. And it feels freaking awful right before you get there. It just does, because you're shifting. And so once you're practicing changing your thoughts, changing your emotions, and working on this, be okay with that being uncomfortable, and use it instead of saying, God, this feels bad. Go, I'm feeling uncomfortable. That means I'm doing new things. That means I'm heading towards where I want to go. That's a good thing. And so if you can have that focus, then you're never going to hit that stressful breakdown part, right? Because you're going to be looking at it as positive feedback from the universe that you're on the right track.
So when things get bad, so this is what I'm hearing you say, and this is how I'm interpreting it, is that whenever it gets bad, it's okay to feel uncomfortable. It's okay to feel all these yucky emotions, but keep the positive thoughts and mindsets that, hey, this feels bad and it feels kind of horrible, but this means that it's working. So keep the positive mindset as you're feeling bad, right? I mean, like, even if you feel bad. Yeah,
acknowledge it. This feels like shit, right? This feels bad. This feels uncomfortable. I don't want to do this anymore. Acknowledge that. Don't push it down. Don't ignore it. Don't hide it. Acknowledge it. And then say, but you know what? It tells me I'm doing the right thing. So I'm going with it. I'm going with it.
And I am so glad you say that, because I don't know how many people I tell them, they're like, well, I feel bad. Well, then feel it. Like, don't try to push it down. Like, the more you push it down, the worse it's going to be for you. Like, you need to just feel it out. But I've never put the idea of, connecting positive thoughts with them. I'm like, no, I said, if you need to feel bad, go feel bad. Go get in the gutter. Just make sure you come back up.
Exactly. Don't stay there.
Yeah.
Don't wallow. No wallowing. Right?
Yeah. Right.
Feel what you need to feel and let it go.
Yeah.
Just don't become attached to it. And acknowledge that I wouldn't be feeling this if I wasn't doing something really uncomfortable. And because it's uncomfortable, it means it's different, which means I'm on the right track. And if you can just keep that, and that's why I say use the Post-it notes, put little notes all around the house, put them in your car, at your place at work, just to kind of remind you, because there are going to be times when it's just going to feel bad.
Yeah.
And you want to be able to have that encouragement for yourself, because it's so important.
That's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. So do you feel like you have some tools that you can take with you to manifest your assistant manager position?
Yes, I'm going to go buy some. I have actually some index cards and some tape, so I'm going to go DIY me some post-it notes all over the house.
Good.
But yes, no, that was great. That was excellent advice. And I love what you said about, the whole, you can feel crap, and it's okay to feel the crap, just keep the positive mindset. You're just amazing.
I appreciate this. And keep me updated. Okay. Keep me updated.
Okay.
How it's going, what you're doing. You're welcome. What I'll do is I'm going to download this recording. I'll send you a link to it in the Dropbox so that you can download it and share it wherever you want to share it. I know we had first talked about this in the Lumineers group.
Yeah, so, I'll definitely share it there.
Okay. And then anywhere else that you think anybody could benefit, because there's always information that all of us can use, including me. So
do you mind if I upload this to my YouTube channel?
No, it'll be perfect.
Okay.
I'll even send you contact information if you want, so that you can put the link in if people just want to reach out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I will link you up.
All right. That is wonderful. So, Jessica, I appreciate the opportunity to let me do my divinity and to do my sacred work. I hope it is a blessing to you. You are valuable, you are important, and I love you.